let's figure it out. The amplitude is the max minus the min divided by 2. 7 over 2, which is 3.5, right? So the amplitude is 3.5. So 3.5 cosine, okay? How am I doing? Now, 2 pi, because I need the frequency, b is 2 pi divided by the curve width. What's the period? What's the curve width? 15.5, right? So divide by 15.5. We changed it already to a decimal, which we needed to. 15.5. So that is going to go here. I'm going to go a 2 pi over a 15.5. And then I'm go parentheses, because Will, you're asking where it goes, right? So I like to put it in front of the parentheses, okay? Because now I'm going to do my shift. So it shifted 1. And then here's another way to remember why it's the opposite. If we pulled it back, we'd have to subtract it, right? To pull it back. So if we want to bring it back to the y-axis, we have to subtract 1. So it's going to be t minus 1. Okay, I will use t and x. If you use x, that's fine. I just use t for time, okay? So I put the minus 1 because I started here. Right? And I had to move it back 1. And then what is my vertical shift? It did get bumped up. So my vertical shift is k. All right, to get k, it's going to be my minimum plus my amplitude. Okay, my vertical shift is my minimum plus my amplitude, which is 1.5. Okay, plus 1.5. Okay, there is my equation.
Could you just okay? So it's the minimum plus the amplitude.
Right. Now, if you can see the middle of the curve, some people can. That the middle of the curve is right here, right? And not everybody can. Now, a lot of people have a hard time finding, okay, where's the middle of that curve? It is right there. You see it? Yeah. Okay, now, let's go back to B. What is the height at noon? So the height at noon we could guess. It looks like it's about 1. Doesn't it? It looks like about 1. Maybe a half. But if we wanted to do exact, we would just plug 12 into here, right? Does that make sense? So we plug 12 into here, so let's go back to B. So B, if we need noon, we'll let t equals 12, right? So I would go 3.5 cosine of 2 pi over 12, 15, my bad, 15.5, 12 minus 1 plus 1.5. We'll back up and let you put that on. So I just put 12 in for t, okay? That's all. I'm going to put 12 in. Now to make this easier on myself, because I'm going to try and make this a little bit easier. First of all, it'd be nice if I had this in my calculator. I want to show you a little trick. Of course you do. Okay, let me grab a calculator. Okay. So now I like accuracy, but I also like to do things the easy way. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Watch. First of all, mode. You guys agree radian mode? Gotta be radian mode. So before I do anything, this is what I would do. You don't have to do it, but I would go 2 pi divided by 15.5. I'm going to get the decimal answer, okay? So I don't have to type it in again, okay? So I'm going to go 3.5 cosine. Answer. Ooh, what's the answer? It's that right there, isn't it? So I don't have to worry about parentheses and double parentheses, right? I mean parentheses, parentheses, parentheses. Just that, right? Times 11. You okay with the 11? Okay with the 11, right? And then plus 1.5. Now we think it's about 1. About 0.62 would be the height of the tide. Okay? So 0.62 would be pretty accuracy, but 0.62 meters. Now, a lot of stuff in this one problem. You guys agree? So maybe go home tonight and practice it. Maybe. Okay. Tell me when you're ready. Thumbs up. Madeline, you're still looking at it. You want me to bring it down a little bit? Okay. Okay, everybody good? Thumbs up. Can I move on? Okay, here comes the easy one. Honest. Oh.
We're not done.
No, we're not done. But I'm not going to go over this one because this might be the extra. Because I want exact values. Come see me and I'll show you. Remember how we do the graph it and you get the intersect buttons and all that? Hint, if you were to graph this, look for the intersect button. I'll just give you, I'm not going to do it, but I'll give you a hint. If you go y equals and you graph this thing, right? And then you also graph, what's the keel? 3. if you graph 3, you graph the equation, you find out where they intersect, right? And you can see when you take your boat out, okay? So I'll just leave that. If you want to know how to do this exactly, come see me later, okay? All right. Now, 15. Let's do the easy one. So, a spring is compressed. Let's just draw a picture, okay? 12, right? Then released. And it has a dampening, so it's going to go, remember, it's going to go the boing, boing, okay? So it's going to look something like this. Right? It's going to look like that, right? It's going to go, right? Okay. So, I'm looking at this going, oh, that's a cosine. So our equation was y equals our a e to the negative ct cosine of bt, all right? That was our equation, okay? I'm going to use cosine, not sine, because it starts up, right? So, okay, no problem. A is the amplitude, so let's go y equals 10, right? E to the negative 0.5, okay, it's negative 0.5, negative 0.5 t cosine. Now let's see, b is 2 pi always, right? 2 pi always divided by, well, what's the width of the curve? 0.75 seconds, right? Because it will return to its start position at 0.75 seconds, okay? That's how wide the curve is, okay? So divide by 0.75, 2 divided by 0.75 is, 2.66, or 2 2/3, 2 2/3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 8/3. How about 8 pi thirds? How did I get that?
How'd you get 10
Yeah.
before you used it?
Isn't it
Oh, it's 12. Will, I made a mistake. Thank you. Huh? Now, if you don't like this 8/3, you can give me the decimal, right? I like that number. Okay.
Oh, I see how you.
2 divided by 3/4 is 2 over 1 times 4 over 3, which is 8/3 pi. Hey, some fractions. I know. I still know how fractions, because poor me. Poor me. They didn't invent these when I was in high school. How do I get this? 8/3? Yeah. Okay, really quick. What is 2 divided by 0.75? Okay, that's 0.75 is 3/4. You agree with that? So 2 divided by 3/4. When you divide fractions, you invert and multiply, don't you? Right? It gives you 8/3. I know. I'm about the only one in here who knows how to do fractions, right? Pretty much. Okay. Now, if you want to just give me the 2.6666, I'll take that 2, or the decimal equivalent, okay? Hopefully tomorrow will be a nicer number. Probably is tomorrow a nicer number, but you know. Okay, so then I'm going to use my 8 pi thirds t, and there's my equation, right?
Yes.
Now, where's the height after 1 second? Well, let's plug in 1, right? Let's plug in 1. So let's see if I can do this. So if I'm going to plug in 1, this be 1 and this be 1, right? So for 1 second, we're going to go 12 e to the negative 0.5 cosine of 8 pi thirds, okay? So what I did is if I make t1, I made t1. T becomes 1, then it's really just 0.5. If I make t1, it's really 8/3, okay? So I make t1 at 1 second, right? If I make t1, that's just 0.5. If I make t1, then it's just 8 pi thirds, okay? So then let's use my calculator, okay? So I'm going to go 12 e to the negative 0.5 times cosine of 8/3 pi, and about a negative 3.6 would be the height in centimeters. Negative 3.6 0.64 centimeters. So it's down here somewhere. Sideways. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and, yeah.